Hey guys, hope you're having a great morning. Wanted to hop on and talk to you guys about a scripture verse this morning that is so important for us to remember. This is Hebrews 6:12, and I'm not quoting it word for word, but what the scripture verse says is that the promises of God are inherited by faith and patience. A lot of those times we talk about the faith component when we're believing God for promises, when we're believing Him for something in our personal lives, but we'll leave out that patience part, you guys. I don't know who this word is for this morning, but some of you guys prayed into a thing for a couple days, for a little bit, and then you gave up and you said, well, that must not be God. I want to tell you guys, patience is a part of the process to receiving the promises that God has over your life. So we've got to have that faith component, but we also have to have the patience component. I remember there was a season of my life where I was believing God for a healing, and it was something that was really drastic that had to happen in my personal life. And people told me I was crazy. I didn't tell many people, but I was told to give up. I was told all of this stuff, and I prayed for an entire year, you guys, and it looked worse right before my breakthrough than it ever did, you guys, before. And so I want to tell you guys today that whatever you're believing for me, it was a healing, you guys. I wasn't one of those people who God healed on the spot. Do I know why? No. Does it matter? No, because God still came through, you guys. So there's a faith component, but there's also a patience component that we've got to have to stewarding our prayer lives and believing for what God has said for you. So some of you guys have been believing for a financial miracle for a long time. Maybe it's a personal miracle, a relational miracle. You know, I don't know what that thing is in your personal life, you guys, that you've been contending for in your secret place. But I want to tell you guys that patience is a component of receiving the promises of God over your life. You guys, God has appointed times in our lives. He has seasons of breakthrough that He wants to bring, and a lot of that is dependent upon our maturity level and our ability to step into and to steward those big promises that He has for us. There is always a process that happens before we can receive the promises that God has over our lives. Because if God were to give us those things that we've been praying for prematurely a lot of the time, we wouldn't be able to steward it. Also, the Bible tells us that God values faith more than almost anything. He is looking for His people to have faith. And faith is cultivated through patience a lot of the time. It is cultivated through waiting in seasons and pressing into the heart of God. And if we never had anything where we had to press in, you guys, our faith couldn't be cultivated on a deeper level. So I wanted to remind you guys of that today. Don't stop praying. Some of you guys have given up on promises from God because it's been a longer wait. And I want to tell you guys, faith is the number one component, but also a primary component is hanging in there and being patient and expecting that promise to come to pass in God's timing. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.